Hi everyone and welcome to episode 11 of Sweet Hand, Caribbean Cooking with Sarina. We had a little bit of a kerfuffle last week, so hopefully everything is going to run a lot smoother this time around. Back again with me this week is Petra Laptiste of carifreak.com. How are you doing, Petra?
I'm very good, Sarina. Hi, everyone.
Petra is coming this week from her place in Canada, but I first became familiar with her work when she was in Japan promoting Caribbean culture, which she is a passionate ambassador for and has been an ambassador for several years. And so tonight she's going to be making my recipe for Trinidad Macaroni Pie, which comes from my ebook Glam by Request, and you can get that at glambyrequest.com. And she's also preparing several of her own dishes, stewed pigeon peas, as well as callaloo that has a slight twist. So I'm very excited to share that with you and for us to all see what that twist is about. So before we move over to Petra, I just want to introduce the guests that are with us. I have here Jason Borden, who is Trini Gourmet's online community manager. Hi, Jason. And also John Chef, who is freezing currently in Scotland, but has turned out to brave the elements safely from his abode to join us here tonight. Hi,
Good
John.
evening and welcome all around
Yes.
the world.
Warm greetings right back at you. Now, normally we would have a musical guest, but unfortunately, Dean Williams, the jazz guitarist, won't be able to join us today, but he is going to be here in April. So if you were looking forward to that, again, you're going to have that this April. So without any further ado, let's get right to it. What are you working on, Petra? What's ready to go? Are we going to start with the macaroni pie?
Yes, actually, the macaroni has been boiled already. I'm using whole wheat macaroni from Canada. So this is a little bit different from the macaroni that you would get in Trinidad, right, Sarina?
Definitely. What we call macaroni is actually a rather long pasta that is really bucatini. It's a long spaghetti-like noodle that is hollowed out in the center. And we sell it and use it as macaroni, but it actually is not a traditional macaroni shape, but it's very traditional to use that pasta in macaroni pie. Go figure.
All right, so what I'm about to do is get all the ingredients prepared for the macaroni pie. So, like I said, I have the half pack of macaroni here, and I'm going to take 2 eggs. I have my 2 eggs here, and I'm going to put them in my bowl.
Nice.
Okay, and then I'm going to take, here according to the recipe, we have 28 to 32 ounces of evaporated milk. So this is a Coronation brand that we have in Canada. I think that's in Trinidad too, right?
Yeah, that looks just like home. Like that could have come off
right.
the shelf.
So I'm going to take that and put it in with the eggs. Let me just open that up.
And is macaroni pie something you find yourself making often?
I like this. It's comfort food. So when I was in Japan, especially in the winter time, I made it because it just feels like home.
It definitely does. In fact, last week one of the commenters on the event stream called it Caribbean comfort food, and I think you can't get a more apt description than that for sure.
Exactly. So here we go. Okay, and then I'm going to add the onion. So I have, this is all the onion I chopped up for all the 3 meals. So I'm going to take some of it and
right.
put it in.
Nice, nice. And when are we getting to the pepper?
Oh, yes, and the pepper. So this is what it looks like whole, okay? So this is the Scotch bonnet pepper. It's right here. So this is whole, and I've got it chopped up, and this is without the seeds. So I don't know if it's very clear here, but this is without the seed because the seeds are really, really hot. So just as I was chopping up here, so these are the, so let me show you here. See it? Let me show you on this camera perhaps. This might be a little better. Okay, so here, this is the chopped up Scotch bonnet that we're going to be using in the macaroni pie.
Nice.
Punch. Oh, did you get it? Did you get it?
Jason just took a picture. I
Oh,
think he
okay.
did. Yes, he did.
Hold it still, okay? Here you go. Perfect. Okay, so that goes in the bowl. Okay, so that's chopped. And then salt to taste. I'm not going to add any extra salt because of the cheese. The cheese has a lot of salt in it.
Is it a salty cheddar?
Yeah, this is old cheddar. It's a brand called Cracker Barrel. It's really, really, really salty. So this is where the salt is. So that is also going into the bowl. And I'm going to add a little bit of ground black pepper. Okay, just a little dash.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to show you on this camera what it looks like before it's mixed. See right there, before it's all mixed.
Yeah, very liquid.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going I think it was a little too fast there. Let me show you again.
Right.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to mix that up. I'm going to mix it up.
And this is a traditional part of many Sunday lunches in the Caribbean, especially in Trinidad. It's a staples of the Sunday lunch. Just like, you know, in the UK, they might have Sunday roast. You know, here it's very much about macaroni pie. You know about that, Petra.
Sorry?
I said you know about that, Petra.
Well, the thing is, my mother is Grenadian, so we did not eat a lot of macaroni pie when we were growing up, but we did, like when I went to Trinidad, that's where I would get the macaroni pie, but we had, you know, Sunday dinner with the stewed chicken and rice.
Yes. Well, my mom is Jamaican, so for her it's very much about rice and peas or roast chicken, boiled plantain. But, you know, growing up in Trinidad around Trinidadians, everyone else was having that macaroni pie. So that was definitely a day to drop by people.
So here is the macaroni. I'm putting it into the same bowl where I have the egg mixture.
Very good. As you should.
Okay. And now this is all getting nice and mixed up. I will show you in a quick second. So we mix it all up, make sure the eggs and the cheese and the peppers.
Everything's incorporated.
Yes.
And one recommendation I make, not necessarily to you, but to just people in general, is to be sure to salt the water for your pasta.
Yes.
Because that is essential. A lot of the times when you eat macaroni pie and it seems as if it's lacking in flavor, it's probably because you didn't salt the water for your pasta beforehand. So that's very important. Season the pasta and don't rinse it after you've boiled it as well. That is also going to wash out some of the flavor. So, you know, if you want that flavorful macaroni pie that has that depth of sense of seasoning and taste, salt your water well, don't rinse the pasta.
Okay, so now I am pouring it into the dish, and it's going to go straight into the oven.
Perfect.
And the oven is preheated at 350 Fahrenheit.
And that's just a regular 9-inch dish, or?
Yes.
You're like, sure.
Yes. Also, what I did in Japan, because we don't have big ovens like here, right? So I would buy smaller dishes, little cute little pots, and put like maybe 4-inch and put them in and kind of just have them individually.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah.
Even for entertaining.
Exactly. Okay, so here we go.
Ooh, that looks good.
There we go. So that is going into the oven until it is nice and brown, so 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, that'll be ready for when we're riding out, so perfect.
Okay.
Any questions so far from anybody? Or is it pretty self-explanatory?
Everything,
Yeah, looks like everybody's following along well. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
I've got a question.
What did you say, John?
What's the kettle for?
Oh, the kettle. Oh, it's what's coming up next, isn't it?
Yes, this is the boiling water. It's always good to have boiling water on hand, especially when doing stews and so on, to keep the food at the same temperature. Here it is.
Some wise Caribbean cooks here.
Okay, so what should I get started on next?
I think maybe we can start the callaloo. Or do you want to get the pigeon peas going and then, we start the callaloo?
Okay, so pigeon peas first?
Yeah, let's get those peas going.
Okay, so this is basically, let me see, how can I explain it? A lot of and West Indian food has a lot of brown stews, right? Where we caramelize sugar, and then we add meat, seasoned meat to it. In this case, we're going to be adding we're not adding any meat, and we're just doing the pigeon peas. So it's going to give a nice deep flavor.
Yeah, which is perfect for this vegetarian dinner. This is where you're really going to get your protein.
Exactly.
Now, pigeon peas can go by some other names. You might see them as gongo in other regions or other markets. So if you don't see pigeon peas, look for gongo as well. You can use that.
So you might get it. So in a can, this is what it looks like.
Right. Oh, that looks good.
Okay. And but in Trinidad and the Caribbean, you can get it fresh in the pods, and then you have to shell them.
Very good. Yeah, and it has a nice deep nutty taste.
Yeah, they're really really good. I love them. I love them. Okay, so we're going to brown the sugar. So we're going to use olive oil. Okay, so I'm using extra virgin olive oil here.
Very nice.
Here. Then we're going to use the olive oil. And then we're going to take the brown sugar, which I had.
I love the idea of browning the sugar with the pigeon peas, because normally that's an application that we're used to with meat. But I hadn't thought of using that with just a plain, straightforward pigeon peas, and I'm loving it already.
Because it's that flavor. It's just a really nice. I love brown.
Yes.
I love the taste of the sugar, and then with the other herbs and spices. So if you could see the pot here, we're going to. I'm not going to move it too much, but we're going to wait until the sugar has melted in the oil and it's turned. I like it deep brown.
Yeah, okay, me too.
People might wait and have it a little lighter, but I like it darker.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wait for it to smoke.
Yeah, some people really love that real deep flavor. Okay, so I put it here almost max, and whoop, let's put it a little bit lower, and I'll watch it.
And this is you really want to be careful at this step if you're new to browning your sugar, because hot sugar burns and it can splatter. Petra knows what she's doing. She's been doing this for a while, but you definitely want to keep your eye on the sugar. You want to make sure that your utensils are dry, that there's no water, because that will encourage splash. And yeah, just keep your eye on it, and don't be afraid for it to turn brown. It's not burning yet.
Because the second, like you look away, like right now, it's still it hasn't browned yet. And then if you turn your back in another minute and a half, it's gonna you're gonna have to start all over again. So
Exactly.
Okay, so it's almost there. And okay, so I'll show you. Here in Montreal, I have not seen shadow benny. Shadow benny is a herb that grows wild in Trinidad, and it has like, what is it? It looks like fingers, right?
Yes.
It's a green herb.
It's serrated edges.
Yes, exactly. So here I'm using cilantro in place of shadow benny. It has a similar taste, and I know
Yeah.
like cilantro.
Not a fan.
Okay, and then so it's your choice. You can either use the long thyme like this.
Lovely. I love that.
This one, or right here, right in the kitchen.
Whoa! Wow, I have not seen that in ages.
Yeah, it's growing right here.
Yes.
So this is big leaf thyme. I'll show maybe a picture over here if that's possible.
There, yep, we get it.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
Which is your preference? How would you describe the difference between the two? Is there an aromatic quality or flavor?
I would say big leaf thyme is more aromatic. It reminds me more of cilantro in a sense, but cilantro is sweeter, and this is maybe earthier.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I would describe it. And
it's
then
interesting.
So this type of thyme, so these ones, it's different.
Yeah, I love that one. That's what I'm used to, but now you have me curious. I have seen the big leaf thyme. I think my mom calls it Spanish thyme, but we haven't seen it too often here.
Okay, okay. My cousin actually in Chaguanas has some of it growing.
Oh, good. Hook me up.
Okay, so here it's getting browner.
Let's get a look at that.
Look a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna wait. Okay, it's brown at the edges. It's dark brown at the edges, and I want it to be dark brown all over.
Okay. Are you gonna give us a look at that when it's ready?
Here we go.
Ah, okay. Yes, that's a good indication. Yeah, we're getting to that stage, but you're right. It's not ready yet.
Okay, can you see the smoke?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, it's smoking. Okay, here we go. It's almost.
This is the time where you can't look away. This is not the time to answer the phone, to check with Granny.
Right.
Nothing.
You see? It's getting darker.
Yes.
Okay. So because I took this pigeon peas from the can, there is a little water, so it's going to splash. Okay, so you just push it in this way.
Yeah, duck and run. Duck and run. Go for it.
See how brown it is? Here we go. Okay, so sorry, where was I?
You're preparing to duck and run.
So I was going to add the browning and garlic. Okay, here we go. You hear that?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to add some of my garlic.
Nice.
I'm going to stir it. And this smell is amazing.
Wonderful. Oh, yes. We're all leaning forward.
It is sweet and savory and yummy. Okay, so that is it. We mix it.
Now, what heat do you have it on now? Like medium high or medium?
Yeah, it's medium high. Here it's a 6 on my stove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So in this case, you would be putting also chicken or the meat if you had meat. Okay.
Right.
But instead of that, we're going to put in the pigeon peas.
Right.
Okay. So here, can you see that?
Yes, that looks really good.
Perfect.
The color is very deep.
So now the pigeon peas go in.
Perfect. And these are just plain tinned pigeon peas, so they shouldn't take too long to cook.
Right.
We're really just infusing the flavor.
Exactly. Okay. So there you go.
Nice.
Oh, this is going to be so good.
Dinner is handling itself.
Yeah. Okay, so before we cover it, we're going to put in our thyme and the shadow benny. This time, no chives. Couldn't find chives in the supermarket.
Wow.
Couldn't get any today.
Well, that's something.
I came straight after work, so maybe they sold out or something. And then coconut milk. So I'm using coconut milk here from a powder pack.
No shame in the game, girl. No shame in the game.
So you can also get it fresh directly from, your coconut, and if you can do that, or you can get it in liquid form in a can. But I chose to use powder.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take our cilantro, which I've chopped already. Okay, we take our cilantro, and we're going to take our big leaf. We'll use big leaf thyme.
That's nice. Yeah, I was gonna say just tear that up, like, yeah, roughly.
There we go. Throw that in. And then our coconut milk.
And I love the addition of that coconut milk. That is also a slight flavor level that I haven't thought of doing. So I love that.
Coconut milk I find in the stews is so good. Okay, so here I'm putting 1 teaspoon. Okay, so just a little.
Yeah, you don't want it to overpower, but yeah.
Right. Okay. And I'm going to put in a little bit of boiling water, just a little.
Right.
Okay, stir it around, and then we're going to cover it and let it simmer. Okay, so I'm putting it back down to about a 4.
Okay, it's like a medium.
That's about a medium. Okay.
And you're covering it, and how? What, about 15 minutes, maybe
About
20?
15 minutes. Yeah, about 15 minutes.
Nice.
Okay. Any questions so far?
Let's see. Let me check the event stream. Everybody looks like they are rapt and full of attention. You're explaining very well.
Okay, so on to the callaloo.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is another very traditional Caribbean dish that can take different forms depending on which island you're from. The same dish has so many variations, this callaloo.
Right. Because some people could put crab, some people will put pigtail. When I was in Japan, I put bacon in it just to give that salty flavor. But you can also, in this case, we're doing it a vegetarian style.
Yes.
And I'm adding In the other recipe I had, I used pumpkin, but you can today we're going to be using sweet potato. Like
And I
this.
love that variation. Is that something that's traditional to you that you came up
That's
with, or is it a way that
I
your family does? Oh, you started it.
Japan. I started.
Well, you just went rogue on us with your callaloo.
Well, the thing is, I guess I fell in love again with these kinds of vegetables. I never liked callaloo when I was growing up, and I think it was because of the mixture of the the okra and the dasheen. It was just too much green for me. When I went to Japan, I just I started remembering the flavors and the taste, and I just I called up my mom and my grandmother and asked them for recipes,
Right.
and that's one of them. And then because I love sweet potato, I love pumpkin, so I decided to just try it with that. And also there was another variation that I had also seen on the internet that someone used pumpkin, so I definitely tried that. So yes, I think that the sweetness of the of the tubers is really, really nice.
Well, I'm definitely going to give that a try. I mean, I know there are probably some purists out there who are watching this aghast, clutching their pearls, and falling out of their chairs. But I am open to suggestions and change. And
Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with experimenting a little bit,
yeah,
So here is the dasheen. So I'll show you here. So I was able to get dasheen this week. Last week I used spinach. Okay, so this is dasheen or
and where did you go for that?
There's a Caribbean market here in the West Island where I am. It's called Marché Colonnade. I don't know if anyone of your viewers lives in Montreal, but they do have West Indian markets all around the city.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's a Pigeon grocery store, but they sell everything from all over the Caribbean. Okay, so we'll get started now. So here I have the pot for the callaloo.
Right.
So we're gonna saute the onions and the garlic. Okay.
Is the pan on medium heat?
Yes, it's on medium. Yes. Okay, so I have, we're just going to wait till it gets a little bit hotter. And then I'm going to take the rest of my garlic. I love garlic, so
Definitely.
I added 3, sometimes I add 4. And the rest of the onions here. And, oh yeah, so I'm also going to add to my callaloo mace. So celebrating my mother's Grenadian heritage.
Is mace different from nutmeg? Or is it more like an allspice? That's something I've always been curious about.
The mace is the covering. It's the skin of the nutmeg seed.
Oh. It's that woody shell?
Example, yeah. So this,
okay.
Yeah. So this is the nutmeg.
Wait, hold on. Let me get that shot. Okay. Yes, right, yeah.
Okay. So this is the nutmeg seed. And when it's taken out of, what is it called? The pod, I guess, Mom? So there's a red skin covering this.
Okay.
And that's the base.
All right.
Yeah.
Now I know.
And then this here, so here you have, again, you can open up the nutmeg more.
Yeah.
You get this, so when you ground nutmeg,
that's what I use. Because I do have the nutmeg and I crack it, but I did not know that red part was mace. That is.
So here we don't have, I don't have the red part here, but we got this from, there's an importer here, Grenada's Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be using a little bit of the mace, and be careful, you know, wash your hands after you use it. Okay,
Does it
so
stain?
Sorry?
Does it stain?
Yes, mace is used in pepper spray.
Oh, it's like literally mace. Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Get some food in your
So,
eye.
so this is some dangerous callaloo then. You don't just want to serve this to anybody.
Okay, so here I'm just lightly sauteing the onions and the garlic. Okay. Then I'm going to be adding the okras.
Nice.
And it smells really nice.
And the okra is what gives callaloo that viscous consistency, which I've always loved.
And here is my chopped.
Your piece of rebellion.
Okay, so these are very big. Okay, I should have cut these a little smaller. Okay?
I was just thinking that. I was like, are those going to cook down in time?
It's you know, it's going to take a little longer, but just cut them up a little smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to add some water.
Some of that nice boiling water. Get it started.
And as this is cooking, I'm going to slowly add the dasheen. So we have a lot, as you can see, a lot of dasheen here. Okay.
But it's going to wilt down like nothing.
Sorry?
I said it's going to wilt down like nothing.
Exactly. So don't worry. See, here's one leaf.
Oh wow, hold on, let me get that. Yeah. Yep. And people might be surprised to know that here in Trinidad you can just find that growing on the side of the road, growing on the side of ravines and rivers. Yeah, it's
everywhere.
Yeah, it's not even about going to a supermarket. You just go and cut it.
Right. Okay. So you don't want this to burn, okay? So just add as much water as you need.
And you had said that this was hard to find in Japan, even though taro is popular, they don't sell the leaves.
Exactly.
They just discard
So
it.
that's the thing. Whenever I went to supermarkets in Japan and asked for the taro, because they call it taro no hapa, hapa is leaf, they would say, huh? Like, why do you want that?
Yeah.
And it's surprising because Japanese use so many vegetables. I was really shocked that they just don't cook with it. But they said I would have to go up to the farms, you know, way out into the countryside, talk to the farmers, and get it directly through them. So basically, what they just harvest the actual tuber. The taro itself. That's what
Right.
they use. So you know, I didn't have time to go up to a farm, so I ended up just using spinach and other greens that I could find in Japan.
This might fascinate them to actually see the footage of the actual taro leaf. And how long have you been doing cooking classes in Japan?
In Japan, wow, I started in 2009. That was when I first had it. And
wow.
I started because I was talking about, I had just started blogging about Trinidad and Tobago, and my old website was called Tokyo Trinbago. And I had just started telling people about Trinidad and Tobago because, you know, in Japan, a lot of people are, you know, very curious about nationality and so on. So, yes, I was born and raised in Canada, but I am Trinidadian on my father's side, and I'm Grenadian on my mother's side. So it kind of led to other conversations. So instead of always talking about it, I started blogging about it. And then people were, of course, curious about the food. So that's what I was
Right.
talking about.
Oh, great. And do you find that the response to Caribbean cuisine is steady, the curiosity, the interest, the delight?
Yeah, well, they do have quite a bit of Jamaican restaurants. They're not all
Mm.
owned by Jamaicans. Most of them are owned by Japanese people who've gone to Jamaica.
Well, that's
And
interesting.
you know, there's one that I recommend, one Jamaican restaurant called Jamrock, and that's in Tokyo. And that's owned by a Jamaican woman who's been in Tokyo for about 20 years.
Wow.
And then there's one kind of Trinidadian restaurant owned by a guy who likes Trinidad. And he's
Okay.
Japanese. I haven't tasted his food, so I don't know. I don't know how good it is. But yeah, so that's it. So there is, I think Japanese people are very curious about other cultures. They definitely want to learn about what's going on in other places. Okay, I'm just gonna check here at the stew peas.
You need a little more water in our peas, or are they going good?
These are going very well. Very, very nice. So I'm going to just uncover it and just let it on low. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see
There we
it.
go. And it smells great. Okay, so I'm going to let it keep cooking, and now I'm uncovering it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so here our sweet potatoes are actually cooking. Okay.
Yeah, and I can see the steam. I can see the steam from this pot.
Yeah. So let me add the rest of these guys here. And I smell the macaroni pie right now.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine everything just kind of colluding right now.
Right. Okay.
Have you seen anything like this dasheen leaf, John, before?
Okay.
Oh,
So
I
in a
haven't
few minutes, I'm
want
going
to
to add
spinach
the
a
whole
little
product
bit.
on it. Okay, just in a few minutes. I'm going to let it go down a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and the mace. I'm going to add that along with the Scotch bonnet.
So does the mace add a peppery quality? Because
It does. Yeah, it's
okay.
a slightly peppery, flavorful quality to it. Because I mean, I love Scotch bonnet. It has, you know, a very rich, you know, flavor to it, but this adds another side.
Wow. I'm
And
gonna
then
look out for it. I have
the rest
not
of our coconut.
consciously bought it. Great.
Right?
More coconut milk. I said
Yeah.
I will look out for mace because I haven't purposefully sought it out as an ingredient. So
Oh,
now
okay.
you've got me curious. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little more. Oh my gosh, the stew peas smell amazing.
You will be sharing some of that afterwards,
Yeah.
right?
So you can see here.
Yes, it's wilting. Mm-hmm.
And there we go. Just gonna push it down. Okay, and I'm gonna keep it up here.
Oh, I see my friend Giselle just joined us. Hi, Giz. First to hear you, you have to unmute. So the little red microphone at the top. Just give, oh, there you go.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Sorry to be late.
Hello.
No problem. Petra is halfway through her macaroni pie, her stewed pigeon peas, and she's now pouring some coconut milk in the callaloo. So you know things are starting to happen. And check this for a twist because she's a maverick. She's added some sweet potatoes to her callaloo. So, oh, good. Check the face. Check the face.
Oh, yeah, what? Okay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm willing to give it a try. I you know, I'm game.
That was a twist of face.
Yeah, boy. It's a variation she came up with in her years in Japan, so I think, yeah, I will give it a try. Why not?
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so let's add the mace. Okay, so 1/4 teaspoon of mace. Okay, so just a touch.
A little touch of Grenada.
Yes, for my mom.
This is for you moms.
Yes. I don't know if you can hear her.
Oh, we can hear her. We hear you loud and clear, moms.
Don't tell her. Okay. So there's the mace, and now for our beautiful.
Oh, yes. Home sweet home.
Put them right there. Okay.
I always feel like at that point of dropping the Scotch bonnet is when the pot is, okay, we have a dish going. Until then, you're kind of playing with food. So you're dropping the pepper.
True.
Yeah. Now we have a pot.
Yeah.
Burn.
And here is our stew peas. Looking
Let's
perfect.
see a look there. Nice.
Taste it.
Yeah, I am definitely going to try adding some coconut milk next time I make stew peas. And that's a nice little touch there.
This is nice.
And the recipes for all of these dishes is on the event stream and will be on the YouTube replay description as well as on trinigourmet.com. So if you're joining us late, joining us halfway and want to know how to recreate these dishes, don't worry, the recipes are up and there for you to enjoy.
Right. Okay, so I guess right now it's just waiting.
We're just bubbling now. Do the pigeon peas have more to go, or are they fine as they are?
Done. They are done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much time do we have left on our macaroni pie? That should be finishing
It looks like
very
we have
soon.
About, maybe 5 to 10
But
minutes.
yeah.
Just a little more on the top.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Was this dried pigeon peas fresh from the can? Sorry, and I know you must have
These
covered
ones are
this already.
canned.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coconut milk from the pack. Peas from the can. 21st century cuisine. Yes.
Nice.
Good.
So are you going to put a lid on the callaloo? Because that might speed it up as well.
Sorry?
I said, are you going to put a lid on the callaloo, or you're going to...
Just looking for that right now.
Oh,
There we go. Okay.
nice.
All right.
Yeah,
And
well,
if other people didn't see this from before, this was the mace, the ground mace.
yeah, I'm fascinated by that. Have you used mace, Giselle?
No idea what that is.
It's mace, literally like the pepper spray mace.
Yeah,
Really?
Yes.
Okay, no.
Isn't that fascinating? It's a part of the nutmeg.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I just learned that tonight, and I'm like, oh, she's cooking with it.
All this time I'm hearing mace. It's like, well, no, maybe it's not mace. As,
No,
It's
okay.
mace, edible mace, I suppose.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
So
dying to
here,
try it.
I'll tell you what they say here. They say it's used, you can use it in pie, puddings, custards, cookies, and spice cakes. And good with soups, souffles, and cheese sauces.
All right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's like a peppery nutmeg then, like
Yeah.
a strange, yeah, hybrid of those flavors.
Okay.
How's it going? How's it looking? Let me check the event stream.
See me? Uh-oh. Am I still here? Yeah. Okay.
I can see you. Do not jump out on us now. We've come too far.
Yeah. Okay. Looking good. Almost, yeah, almost done. So like I said, about maybe another 5 to 10 minutes with that. And here.
Make it 5 minutes. We got a plate.
Oh, that was good.
I can smell that callaloo. That is ridiculous. How are the sweet potatoes coming along?
They're coming. They're getting tender, you see? They're breaking up.
Yeah, they are.
And another thing is, I like the skin. Okay, I like cooking with the skin on my sweet potatoes and my pumpkin too. So,
I cook with the skin on pumpkin a lot. I don't think I've done it with sweet potatoes. I think I'm a little. I think that makes me a little nervous.
Really?
it's good.
Actually, I think I've had sweet potatoes boiled in the skin, but I don't think I've actually like cooked them in a pot in the skin. I don't know why. Just
Okay,
habit.
they're breaking up.
Let's see here. Yes.
Okay, so this is soon gonna be ready and it's gonna be in the blender.
Nice. And we've got our okra and everything else going in there.
Okay, so you don't have to put it in the blender, but you know.
Nah. Let's stay pure. You already shook up the system with the sweet potato.
Okay, so I'm watching the pepper. I don't want to break it. I don't want the seeds to go in, because that's gonna give too much flavor.
Too much heat.
You already have the mousse.
Yes, we already have mace. We don't need scotch bonnet as well.
Yeah, man. Pile it on.
Okay.
So the sweet potato is a substitute for the pumpkin?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Nice one.
Okay. So this is turned off.
Nice. Oh gosh, I can't wait to see it come together.
I'm smelling it. I swear.
Did you eat before you popped in, Giselle?
Oh no. I just came from class. No.
I wish two of us.
Okay, I'm just making space here for the blender.
Oh wow. I am really curious about the dimension that the sweet potato will add to the callaloo.
Amazing. That's all I have to say. You have to
I have
trust
to
me.
trust you, yes.
Trust
She's
me.
asked, yeah, she's holding our hand through
Okay.
this. This is a leap of faith for a Trinidadian here, Petra.
Okay, so we have our blender here, just a regular blender. Okay, so gonna take out the pepper.
Right.
Get back later for the garnish. Okay, so take it out.
Yes.
put this directly in the blender. It's heat resistant, okay?
Yeah, you just use a cloth on the top.
Yeah, let it cool off normally.
Ooh, we have a blender cam. Let's switch to blender cam. And this is well dasheen bush she get, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, she found.
Oh, boy.
No spinach. No spinach this week. Last week was spinach.
Last week was spinach, yeah. Oh boy. And you can smell the Scotch bonnet, the aroma. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, very floral. I think our blender cam froze. Oh, here we go. Anticipation.
Swear. I was just thinking, well, that macaroni pie.
Macaroni pie almost done.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that week.
Macaroni pie getting jealous down there.
Sure, it's all done.
Ooh, cannot wait to see. I'm just imagining the color. Ooh. Well, that's looking good. Bring it closer, man.
Yeah.
Let's get a shot of that.
Oh, she put the pepper on top. You think a joke?
Can we see
wow.
this?
Bring
Yeah.
it closer to the camera. Lift it up.
Hold it up a little bit.
Yeah. Nice, nice.
Hold on. 1 second. Nice.
There we go.
Wow, I want to taste that.
Oh, okay.
Pie ready?
Yes.
Oh, good. Everything's coming together.
Now for the reveal.
Oh, yes. Oh, oh, yes.
Hold that right there.
It is Sunday lunch.
Okay, so I'm gonna plate that.
Yes, bring it all together. That is delish. So we've got our macaroni pie, we have our stewed pigeon peas, and we have our callaloo with sweet potato, no less. Oh, yes. Making me cough. It's like I want to inhale and sigh at the same time, and it didn't work out. Oh, that looks good. Got our pigeon peas coming down now. Yes. See? Another twist on a vegetarian dinner. You know, a lot of people are doing meatless Mondays and trying to add more vegetarian and plant-based dishes to their repertoire. And this is a very Caribbean approach to a vegetarian dinner that, as you can see, doesn't take long to come together at all and is very varied, very organic, you know, in terms of, you know, the amount of fresh vegetables that are included. Oh God, that color looks really good.
So here, let's put our...
Yes. Niceness. Now hold that still. Nice. That looks good. Is that something you think you'd try, John?
Absolutely.
Mango juice. I love mango juice. So
Oh, nice on the side. That works. Gina. Who's Gina?
Is that off the tree?
Sorry, what you said, John?
Is that off the tree? The
Is it off the
mango.
tree?
okay.
That looks
Wow.
so good. Well, take a taste now.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, I thought you were ready to walk off on us.
Oh, can we see over here? Which
No, blender cam died, so we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to.
Okay, let me. Can you see me?
No, again, blender cam died, so it's frozen. Oh, there we are. Yes,
all right.
it's back now.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh. Drop
Keep
down, girl.
moving.
Drop down. She lives.
Mm.
The food brought her back to life, and the camera as well. Oh, damn.
Yeah, boy.
Damn, why are you doing this to us?
That is a sexy plate.
I'm feeling a little resentful. I'll own it.
Look at that.
Papa. That's actually
Good
good.
stuff.
Very nice.
Yeah. With a nice twist. I'm definitely going to try that mace. Never thought I'd say that.
It gives it, like, again, it's not too overpowering in terms of pepper. You know, so when people think, you know, that they have, you know, the Scotch bonnet and the mace together, it's not strong. You know, you're not gonna think that, oh, it's hot and spicy, but it's very savory and flavorful. It's really good.
Wow. Well, thanks so much for sharing this with us, Petra. Like, I can't thank you enough, you know, because, you know,
Thank you for having me. I
yeah,
appreciate this. This is really great.
you
And,
definitely
you know,
taught
check
an
out my
old
website.
dog. Yeah, Carrot Freak.
Basically, it's a website. Carrot Freak is for it's where I promote mostly Trinidad and Tobago, but not just Trinidad and Tobago, the rest of the Caribbean and West Africa, to Japanese, and to anyone in the world who's interested in the similarities between our culture, food, and fashion.
Yeah, carrotfreak.com. It's in the event description. It will also be on the YouTube description. And as well, if you go to trinigourmet.com, you're going to see a little interview I did with Petra as well. So definitely want to thank you, Petra. You taught an old dog some new tricks tonight. Thanks for coming, Giselle, Jason, John. I'm off next week, so this was the last episode for March, but I will be back April 4th. I'll be back in the kitchen with local electronic artist Kat Hennessy. And I haven't finalized the menu, but the idea is going to involve some coconut soup bread. So if that sounds like something up your alley, you want to be same time, same place, April 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern. So until then, thanks so much for tuning in. Signing off.